Hey, it's Bridget with Sleepopolis. Weighted blankets and weighted sleep products have become really popular due to deep pressure stimulation. But what exactly is that and how does it work? Well, we brought in our Director of Sleep Health, Dr. Shelby Harris, to help explain. So what is deep pressure stimulation?
So deep pressure stimulation is essentially that sense of being weighted, having pressure on you. And what it does is it helps to calm the nervous system down a bit so that it helps to relax people into sleep or whatever else they're trying to get for their goal.
Can you describe the mechanics behind it and how it works?
Take a weighted blanket, for example. So when you're wearing a weighted blanket, it creates pressure on your body, which helps to relax your nervous system and bring on a sense of calm and relaxation. And we find that they're actually quite beneficial for people who have anxiety, ADHD, autism. And if you have more of an anxious feeling when it comes to your sleep, we find that it can be helpful there too, although there isn't tons of research on it for sleep yet.
So what should people know about it or look for when they're searching for these products?
So you want to have that feeling. It's almost like a hug in certain situations. So that feeling of a hug is lovely, and that's the thing that can really help calm your body down. But some people take it too far and they get weightings that's way too heavy for their body. So if you're getting, let's say, a blanket, you want to look for something that's about 10% of your overall body weight. So let's say you weigh 150 pounds, you want to get a blanket that's about 15 pounds. If you are someone who has a child, a young child that you want to use a weighted blanket with, we really don't recommend them in really young kids, so talk to your pediatrician first. You don't want to just put a weighted blanket on a child who's growing necessarily, or if they're a little older, preschool, higher or older ages, then you can use one, but you really want to think about the weighting of it. They make great napper blankets and small things. And there are some products that are like weighted sleep sacks or weighted blankets that people have in the past used for babies, but the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends not using them as they can be dangerous for some. So really it's more older kids and adults that find them to be more beneficial. Also, things like sleeping bags can be great for some people. So there are different things that you can do to get that sensation that are really beneficial.
And so I know you said there's not a ton of research yet, but it does seem like they do work for some people.
Yeah, I find in my practice that they work really well for people who have some anxiety around sleep, so they're wonderful with that. But like I said, there's just not tons out that we know, but if you want to invest in a weighted blanket, you like how it feels, go ahead. I actually use a weighted blanket most nights when I'm relaxing before I get into bed. So for me, I love to sit on my couch, put my feet up, read, whatever, with a weighted blanket on because it helps set the stage, make me nice and relaxed. And then one other thing you want to look for when you're looking for weighted blankets too is also if you tend to get really hot at night, is to think about cooling ones because you can get a little overheated if you don't have the right one. If you're someone who has any breathing issues in your sleep, any movement issues in your sleep, and you haven't seen a doctor first, definitely see the doctor first because you want to make sure that you don't have any sleep apnea that's untreated or movement disorders because it might get kind of covered up a bit by the weighted blanket. Definitely get that evaluated first and ask the doctor if it's okay to use a weighted blanket.
And if you want to find a weighted blanket or weighted sleep product, we have a ton of reviews on them here on our YouTube channel. You can also head over to sleepopolis.com.